Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about Amazon storage classes. In previous section I explained what is S3, what is a bucket, what is an object. We saw some versioning concepts also, right? This is one more session in AWS. This is a 24th session in AWS, and quickly we'll see. If you upload a file in S3, it will be stored in one storage class. We have five types of different storage classes. So when to use which one, based on which criteria we need to use, we'll see. Okay, and we will see this is a S3 standard. It is used for the frequently accessed data. Like for the best example, you are watching movies in the Amazon Prime or the Netflix, right? This is frequently accessing every day to day life. So many users at a time they are using. That means every day we are accessing the data, right? So this is the best approach. We can use the S3 standard, and whenever you upload a file in S3 bucket, it will make a copy, multiple copies. It will be kept in more than 3 data center, 3 replications. That means in each region, suppose 4 data centers, 5 data centers, it will keep your file in more than 3 replications. Why? Because if by mistake any disaster happen, your data center is not working properly in 2 data centers, so it can serve the request from one more data center. That's why it will be maintain 3 replications. And the fast retrieval, that means the retrieval time will be within a milliseconds. Okay, and there is a high durable of objects across multiple availability zones. Durability in the sense, if you keep a file in S3 bucket, suppose you uploaded 1000 files, okay, in less in suppose in 10 years, so within 10 years maybe chances one file may lose due to some any malfunction is happening in the data center. So very less chances to the file will be not available. That means your application, what your files will be very safe and secure. There is no chances of loss. Very out of 1000 files, maybe one file will be a loss. That is means highly durable. And what is highly availability? 99.99% over a given year. That means your website is down less than, that means this much availability your website will be available. Like your Amazon console, it will be available this much time over a given year. Okay, to understand about these percentages, I have a website. Just go and check high availability in the Google. Just go down. If you see here, this is the availability. In the PPT we have 99.99% over a given year. Your website is available this much time. Okay, if you see here 99 point, that means 4 nines, right? This is one we are checking. If you see over a given year 52.60 minutes, your website will be a down. This is a unplanned, not a planned time. That means sometimes your bank servers, their downtime every day they will make night 11:30 to morning 1:30, just 1 hour difference. They will some downtime, you will get a messages or the weekends like that. The AWS also. So over a year it will be minutes. For downtime per day, each day the downtime will be around 8.64 seconds. This is the weeks, this is a month. And when I say durability, 11 nines, if you see here 987, so more than 9 nines. This is count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 nines. Okay, that means this much milliseconds your S3 bucket, that means your S3 service will be a downtime per year. This much time it will be a downtime. If you take per day, it will be around 86 microseconds. Your service will be a down. That means that much durability will be there for your S3 service. That is what the meaning, durability and availability meaning. And S3 lifecycle management for automatic migration of objects to other S3 storage classes. I will explain the separate section about the lifecycle management. Right now just remember this point. That means whenever you keep your file, you want to initial 1 month you are accessing, but after 1 month you don't want to access, but you need the file, so you can move this file to another storage class. Why? Because the price will be a difference will be there. So that is this pointer meaning. And the cost is high if you store any file in S3 standard. Due to these features, the cost is very high. This is called S3 standard. We'll go for the next. This is infrequent access. That means you are you uploaded the data, but maybe over a month or 3 months at a time, or 6 months, or over a given a year. Maybe over a year you used only 5 to 6 times, then you can move that particular file to infrequent access data. So all points are same, the only the price will be a change. That means less cost compared to S3 standard. Compared to S3 standard, the cost will be a less. And the minimum size of the file is 128 KB. That means here there is no size limitation. Here the size limitation is 128 KB. Okay, object should be stored at least 30 days in a standard to IA. If you want to move file from S3 standard to here, you need to keep at least 30 days in this storage class. After 30 days it will move automatically to infrequent access. This is the difference between S3 standard and S3 IA. This is infrequent access. Next we have intelligent tiering. Okay, intelligent tiering is in the sense basically it will move to the machine learning. What exactly this is standard class? So initially you uploaded a file to S3 standard. After 30 days, what this storage class will be, it will activate a machine learning on your file. What it will do, based on the uses, it will be move which one is the storage class is better. Depend on the price, it will calculate, it will give the best one. So the cost will be reduced. So in the backend it will run the machine learning. That is why monthly monitoring and auto tire fee. So based on the monitoring after monthly, it will decide the fee which one you need to pay. And this one also move object between two axis tires based on changing axis patterns. That means if one file is keep on repetitive using, after 30 days also it will be keep there. Suppose you are over a year, maybe after 10 years you want to using that file. So what it will do, it will check every monthly, it will keep your file to different storage classes. It will use all storage classes depend on the uses. Okay, next we have one more, one zone IA, infrequent access. If you see frequently, we have infrequent access. That means it will maintain the replication, right, more than 3 replication. But in this storage class, it will be a no replications will be there, only single one. Whatever you keep, that replication, there is a durability and availability will be a less. That means suppose this data center is down, that means you can't access the data. That is what they are less available and less durable. But when compared to the cost, previously 3 storage classes, the cost will be a less. That is a lower cost. If you have non-critical data, even though the file be a loss, if not available, there is no advantage for you, then you can keep those type of files, you can keep in this one zone IA. Okay, this is the common. Why? Because this is a life cycle of your object. I will explain the next section about this particular point. This is a common in every storage class. Okay, next there is a glacier. S3 glacier is nothing but like infrequently accessed data. It is used for the data archiving. When I say data archiving, suppose you stored suppose you take a bank is the best example for the glacier. Every day lot of transactions will be happen, right? A user made lot of transactions, like multiple users they will do. So when they do some transactions, like if you go to the bank, they will give a receipt. Okay, your money is transferred to different account. That means they will give one receipt to you. but we won't use that receipt. We won't use, we will throw outside, right? But bank people, we should not do. Why? Because in the future, after 1 month you came, okay, I want to know my transactions, but still they need to give, right? But in the back end they will generate some files for particular statement. So these whole statements they need to store in S3 bucket. The user suppose S3 bucket, okay? After 1 year anyway you not required to see any transaction, it's a non-critical. So bank people, they need to maintain 7 years past history. If you want to maintain history of data, you need to store those data into the Glacier. Suppose if you use S3 standard, the cost will be a high, that is a frequently accessing data. But S3 Glacier is infrequently access data over like 2 years one time or 10 years one time, like that. So those type of data we can keep in the Glacier. The cost will be a very less for the long time archiving. So if you want to retrieve some one file, it may take minutes to the hours. If suppose S3 standard, within milliseconds you will get the data, whereas Glacier within minutes to hours you can retrieve the data. This is called retrieval time. This is the S3 Glacier. So depend on the use case, which one you want to use, we need to decide. Okay, next, Glacier Deep Archive. For both are same, the only the difference is retrieval time within 12 hours. Okay, you want to know the history of last 7 years statement, you want to see whole the bank statements. So if you today, if you request, by tomorrow after 12 hours, like by afternoon 12 o'clock, you will get your data. That is infrequently data. These are all the different types of storage classes. So if you see, this is the overall the differences table. Durability will be a same for all, and design for the availability mostly same. The difference will come for here. Why? Because this is a single zone area. Okay, so this is the one of the difference. Next, availability zones. This is availability zone, now you know. And okay, next, availability zones means the replications. If you upload a file, it will maintain a replication, right? So everywhere is greater than 3, but in this one it will be only 1. There is no criteria for object storage, so 128 KB here. If you use the Glacier, 40 KB is the minimum. This is minimum storage duration. If you store one file in S3 standard, after 30 days only you can move to here, after 30 days. But the Glacier, after 90 days you can move. That means from the 90 days you are not accessing, means in the sense it is a history of data, you cannot infrequent data. Okay, the retrieval fee, the pricing also we'll see in the next section. And the latency, everything will be milliseconds. The Glacier is minutes to hours, and this one is hours, more than, not a minutes, minimum hours. And the storage type and life cycle transitions, everything is available in S3 storage classes. So this is the concept of S3 storage classes. In the next section I will explain how the life cycle management will happen in S3 bucket. We will see in the next section. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel, and don't forget to click on bell icon.